ओके। हाँ। कैन यू हियर मी? इट इज ओके। अच्छा। सो ओनली थिंग यू हैव टू प्ले वीडियो। ओके। एक सेकेंड।
Hello everyone, I am Himanshu. We'll start in another 5 minutes. Let other people come. Like there are still some people, 5 people are remaining, so let them come. Uh, Sorry for the inconvenience caused. Thank you. Yeah, Mr. A.K. Agarwal. Mr. Agarwal. Mr. Agarwal, please unmute. आपकी आवाज हाँ अब आ रही है, आप एक बार स्टार्ट कर।
हाँ जी, हेलो,
हाँ जी,
प्रेजेंटेशन स्टार्ट करूँ मैं?
ठीक है। हाँ आप बताइए।
हेलो,
हाँ आप
unmute हो
हाँ
गया?
आपकी आवाज आ रही है यहाँ पे। एक बार सर, एक बार स्पीकर में बोलिए, आप एक बार दोबारा अपने आप को म्यूट करके आप। हाँ अब बोलो, अब बोलो।
गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीबॉडी।
बढ़िया, स्पीकर में बोलना, बस स्पीकर में बोलना।
So we welcome you all for health management of continuity. So thank you very much for and we thank you for CII for giving this opportunity to tell you about the fire risk management for business continuity. So my name is A.K. Agarwal. I am from LCS India. We do audits and trainings behalf of various companies. So CII has approached that let us inform our participants during this COVID-19 through WebEx about the fire risk management. My session will be about 1.5 hours, and in between I will give you 10 minutes break after 45 minutes. So kindly understand that fire risk management is a proactive tool, and proactive is better than reactive. Prevention is better than cure, right? If you see, my first topic today is importance of fire prevention. Okay. Second topic is technology available for fire prevention. And third, I will tell you about, can you hear me? Okay. Third topic will be potential fire hazard and segregation. And fourth will be fire protection system. And last is developing ERT, emergency response team for BCP, business continuity plan. So my dear friends, first is the fire prevention. Prevention is better than cure, right? Do you all believe in prevention? If we prevent fire, there will be, if we take all the steps for fire prevention, there will be no fire. But why there is a fire? Because we don't take care of fire prevention. I will give you one example of fire so that you can understand why it is important. Everybody has heard about Jaipur. It is very near to Delhi, Jaipur highway. So in Jaipur there is Indian Oil Corporation, right? In Indian Oil Corporation, this scene is for 29th October 2009. What Indian Oil is doing, it is making refined oil from the crude oil. It makes HSD, high speed diesel and petrol from the crude oil, and there are big tankers where they store all the petrol and diesel and transfer to all the companies, all the petrol pumps through pipeline and tanker. So if you see here, there is a big tank, if you can see on the bottom at Indian Oil, its capacity is 8,000 KL. 8,000 KL, 1 KL is 1,000 liter. So 8,000 KL is 80 lakhs liter diesel was stored. The diameter of this tank is very big, right? So they store this diesel in this. Now there was a fire in this tank on 29th October 2009, right? Possible reason can be it is like HSD when it is transferred from one end to second end through pipeline, there is a static charge created, right? So why there was a fire in this tank? Because there was a leakage from this tank in the HSD, and high speed diesel, you know, if there is a leakage and if it gets spark either externally or through static charge, it will get fire. So fire happens at the leakage point, and slowly the fire from the leakage enter into this tank, right? And what happened to this tank? If you see that this was the scene at the Indian Oil, that there were 11 tanks of HSD, and fire spread to all the 11 tanks of HSD in Indian Oil in Jaipur. And if you further want to see, this was the scene at Indian Oil. About 500,000 people evacuated, power supply cut, 100 small factories affected, workshop, showroom, health issue. Fire spread to nearly 11 tanks, burning about 50,000 KL. 50,000 KL of diesel on 31st October. My dear friends, fire started on 29th, but it continued till 31st October. 3 days fire could not be controlled, because when tank blast, the fire spread to all the tanks. Right? About 11 people lost their life due to burns, and the explosion can be heard 3 kilometers. It was 70 feet high flame, and fire controlled after 11 days from the fire in Jaipur at Indian Oil. So, can you tell me how fire was controlled after 11 days? Actually, fire was not controlled after 11 days. There was no fuel, all the fuel was burnt, and hence fire could be off after 11 days, because there was no fuel available at the fire. So, my dear friends, a small leakage can lead to so much big disaster you cannot imagine. You cannot think of the consequence of the fire. You cannot think of the loss due to fire. You cannot think of anything what will happen due to fire, what casualty, loss. Here in this case, all the workshop, showroom, people, everybody was affected. Just one fire, and this was the scene at Indian Oil Jaipur. So we have to take care of the fire prevention so that there is no fire. If fire takes place, then you have to take, then loss will be definitely there, big or small, you cannot do anything. Once it happens, it is reactive. We have to become proactive, and that is why this seminar is today, fire prevention for business continuity. Okay, so there was a small video. I don't know whether you can hear this. I will open this video. So I just want to know from CII whether people can.
Yes, we can hear you, sir. We can hear
Yes,
you,
the
but
video or not.
video is not working. Video is not working.
Nevertheless, you can see in the video, the fire was so high, up to 7 feet flame, and that is why it took 11 days to control. Right? So now you can understand the gravity of this. If you see, this was at Indian Oil before, and this is the scene after. All the tank carrying diesel was burnt. हिमांशु वीडियो चल सकते हैं क्या? मैंने भेजी है वो दिखा दीजिए. ओके ओके ओके. हाँ, चलिए अभी तो प्रेजेंटेशन चल रही है, तो फिर हम बाद में देख लेते हैं, थोड़ी देर का ब्रेक में देख लेंगे. ओके ओके. During break, we will try to load these videos, because this Mr. Himanshu says that videos are not being started. So, my dear friends, you must have understood the one incident which I have shown you about this Indian Oil, which was on 29th October at Jaipur. So, this was the scene, and this was the loss. And you can't imagine the loss, 11 days, what has happened. And due to just one leakage from the tank of HSD at Indian Oil Corporation depot. Right? Now, the second incident which I want to tell you, which you are already aware, if you know Maruti vendor known as Subros. Have you heard the name of Subros in Manesar? So there was a fire in Subros. That is on 29th May 2016. Correct? You must be knowing that in Subros, it was Sunday. Fire started at 2 o'clock. The whole building burned, and it controlled after 4 hours, 6 p.m. in the evening. There was nobody inside the plant, right? One fan was running, which is domestic fan. Actually, domestic fan has plastic, and the motor got overheated. Plastic got burnt, right? It fell on the container, which was of the plastic bins, and it got fire in the plastic bin. And there was a gas leakage inside the plant because the forklift which were running with the gas, it was off condition. It was Sunday. No forklift was running, but there was gas flames inside the building. Because of that, the whole building got engulfed in just 1 minute, and the security people came to know when the smoke came out from the exhaust. Till that time, nobody noticed there is a fire inside. Right? This was the scene at Subros, and will you tell me what will be the effect of Subros after this fire? This was the scene at Subros, that Maruti has to stop both the plants at Gurgaon and Manesar for 11 days due to no supply from Subros, which supply AC for the car. Not only that, when Maruti was stopped for 11 days, you cannot imagine the loss. You cannot imagine the loss, incredible. What people think about the Subros. And what happened if Maruti stopped? My dear friends, all the vendors in India, of all the vendors of Maruti in India, has to stop down their plant for 11 days. 29th May 2016, there was a fire, and plant started of Maruti on 12th June 2016. They have to prepone the shutdown. So there was a heavy loss, and why? Because just one fire at one vendor end and Subros, and why? Because one person forget to switch off the fan and Saturday night. It was already running for 6 days, 7 days it was to stop, it was not stopped, and due to overheating, and it got fire, and the Maruti, not only Maruti, all the vendor has to stop. So now with these two examples, I wanted to tell you how important is the fire prevention. If you don't take care of the prevention, you will fall in the trap. And then there will be fire, and then we cannot do anything. Every day we are hearing the cases of fire. Nowadays also, even in this lockdown period, I am getting the fire incident. Today also in Delhi in the morning, a place Tikri, where there is a fire in the PVC godown. And last week also we had a fire in Gurgaon in an office on 11th floor. So every day why we are getting? Because we don't take care of. We don't agree that yes, fire prevention is required. All the steps are required so that we don't fall into the trap. If you lose any of the steps, if you lose any end, you will fall in the trap. So today's topic will be on the fire prevention mostly, and then we will talk of the fire protection. So with this, I will move into my second topic, which is the technology available for fire prevention. Right? We don't want fire. Whatever is to be done, let us do it today. Now today we can do it. But if something happens, then whatever you do after the fire, then it is reactive approach. We have to become proactive. Not only for fire, for every activity we have to become proactive. So the second topic is technology available for the fire prevention. and you must be knowing about something you have installed, the smoke detectors, the heat detectors. But I am going to tell you the what technology is available in India for the fire. My first topic, if you see here, is that FAST. What is FAST? So, FAST is Fire Alarm Aspiration Sensing Technology. Okay, Amit, can you hear? Okay. So, FAST, Fire Alarm Aspiration Sensing Technology. What it does, it senses the smoke and give you alarm. Okay, I'll tell you more about this. It is Fire Alarm Aspiration Sensing Technology. It is available in India. Honeywell is the agent. It is imported from the country. FAST detects smoke and gives warning at a very early stage before fire takes place. Very early stage before fire takes place. Because the smoke will come out before the fire. FAST protects high value assets, data, people to ensure business continuity. FAST gives various level of alert. It has 5 sensors depending on the smoke density, whether it is gas, whether it is paper, whether it is wood, whether it is oil. So all the smoke has different density and it will give you alarm based on which type of fire is there. So it will give you various level of alert at the earliest stage of fire or combustion. Earliest stage means before combustion takes place. FAST technology is extremely sensitive and works precisely as designed. It has to be designed as per the customs requirement based on the area, height, hazardous material stored, and what type of fire is possible from that hazardous material. So it is designed. It does not give false alarm. Right? Once you install FAST equipment in the production area, if anything happens, it will give you the alarm before the fire takes place. What are its features? Its features are one device protects up to 8,000 square feet. 8,000 square feet one device can protect. It sense because there are rays coming from it and the rays are detected by any smoke. Any type of smoke, it will give you the alarm. It has dual source, blue LED and infrared laser. It has optical smoke detection, which detects wide range of fires. It has 5 alarm levels for various type of smoke based on the density. Okay. It has 2 sensitivity mode, which provide flexibility, and it has dual flow detection, ultrasonic and electronic sensing for the airflow measurement inside the duct. It will measure the airflow and will sense and will tell you that there is some anything beyond the design capacity. If anything is sensed, it will give you the alarm. So these are the features of the FAST, right? And I told you that it will not give any false alarm. It is very, very sensitive and it will give you alarm before the combustion takes place. Very early stage before the fire takes place. So this is one technology which company can opt for it to avoid any fire incident. If something happens, it will give you alarm and we can take quick action to prevent the fire. FAST, Fire Alarm Aspiration Sensing Technology. My dear friend, if anybody has any questions, he can just either ask me in the interval time or in after the session is over. Anytime you can ask the question, you can note down the question and I will be happy to answer all your questions. Right? So, as I told you, Honeywell is a local agent for FAST. Honeywell, everybody knows it's available in Delhi, in Guru, everywhere. So, anybody has any query, they can talk to Honeywell and can get more details and can have the feasibility study of their plant. The second technology is signifier. Right? What is signifier? Signifier is a smoke detection and video surveillance. It has a camera. sense the smoke and does the video recording and alarm. Signifier is a turnkey video, flame, smoke and intrusion detection solution. Right? This is also imported signifier like FAST, and Honeywell is the agent. So you can talk to them and can get the more details. It is a camera-based detection system. It visually detects the presence of smoke at its source. So if there is a smoke, it will detect. Signifier gives early warning of fire detection. Okay. So the signifier gives early warning for fire detection. It senses the smoke. When there is a smoke, it will sense the flame. It will sense the intrusion detection solution, and camera base is there. So this signifier will also, the feature of signifier is it will detect the presence of flame within the field of view of the camera. So there is a view in the camera if selected fire light, right? When flames are obstructed, there is a infrared will detect in the camera and it will give you the alarm. It presence of plumbing smoke clouds intrusion. Signifier will also detect any unauthorized intrusion if something comes into that, and it will give you the alarm. So signifier is also like FAST. It has a video camera and it will sense you the flame and the smoke, right, and will give you the alarm before anything happens and at a very early stage. Of course, in the case of signifier, fire has already taken place, but it is at a very initial stage, right? If fire does not become big, it starts with the initial very small stage, and slowly it enlarges. So that's why 3 minutes is a golden time. If within 3 minutes, if you control the fire, it can be controlled. But if you don't control it, it becomes so big. The rate of expansion is very high in the case of fire. So signifier will also detect the smoke, flame and intrusion and will give you the alarm like FAST. So these are the two technology available. If anybody wants to have, they can go into the details of FAST and signifier. Right? Now to the third technology, which will also prevent the fire. This is earth right system. Now, my dear friend, what is earth right system? Earth right system is used for high-speed diesel loading and unloading and transfer and filling and mixing of any flammable material, because there is a static charge created while transferring. In order to avoid the static charge to convert into a spark, the earth right system ensures that whole static charge goes to the earth. It ensures the earth continuity. It is the system to avoid ignition hazard of static electricity due to loading of high-speed diesel, HSDs, high-speed diesel, filling or mixing of any flammable material. Earth right system is ground monitoring and interlock system. It is a foolproof mechanism. Why it is a foolproof? With the earth right system, if the earthing continuity is 100% correct, then only your pump will start. Otherwise, pump will not start. You have done earthing manually, but earthing continuity is there or not, you will not check, because somebody has done the paint, and on that you put a clip. You assume that earthing has been done, but actually it is not done. So earth right system will ensure there is a earthing continuity and static charge goes to earth and there is no spark, and then only system will run, otherwise it will not run. It is very precise and reliable equipment. Very small equipment which can be installed in the transfer line, filling line, loading line, and mostly when the HSD is transferred from the tanker to your tank, and there is a pump which will transfer, and if earth ride system is connected, pump will not start until unless it ensures the earthing continuity. So this earth ride system will make sure that your earthing is correct and there is no chances of static electricity, and there is no ignition due to static electricity, and there is no fire in HSD due to ignition which is due to static. This is my third system, which is known as earth ride system. Most of the companies has already installed it, and if not, then it should be done to take a foolproof mechanism. We wanted to avoid man dependency. If person forgets, if person changes, if he does or not, but this mechanism will take care of everything. There is no button involved. If it is there, it will ensure automatically, then only your pump will start. Right? Now my next system of fire prevention is flashback arrestor. Okay. So you must have heard flashback arrestor. It is used for the welding or the cutting. Flashback arrestor is a gas safety device and must be used in oxy-fuel welding or cutting to stop the flame or reverse flow of gas back into the cylinder. It will not allow the gas to go back into the cylinder to have a blast if there is a flashback arrestor. Right? In the absence of flashback arrestor, we have seen many times during welding or cutting that any spark, anything goes back to the cylinder and it blasts. But this will ensure is a gas safety device, and it will protect the equipment from damage or explosion. There will be no explosion in the cylinder. It prevents gas flow in the case of pressure shocks or burnbacks. It prevents the entry of air or oxygen into the cylinder because it is a flashback arrestor. If you see on the right side, this is the flashback arrestor where there are two pressure gauge nozzles are there. This type of equipment is there. This is a flashback arrestor. This one is for oxygen and second for acetylene. That's why there is a color coding. And this is installed at the top of the cylinder where there is an outlet. You first provide the flashback arrestor and then there is a hose pipe. So with this flashback arrestor, nothing can go inside the cylinder because of this. It ensures that gas flow in the intended direction only. Whatever is designed direction, it will go into that, and it prevents flashback. So very, very small equipment, my dear friends, like earth ride system, flashback arrestor, which will save undue, unexpected, unplanned incident. Right? As I told you, prevention is better than cure. If we take care of prevention, there will be no fire. Why there is a fire? Because we don't take care of prevention. We take everything lightly. We in India we say okay, chalta hai. It does not require. Management has not given approval, so we have not installed. No, nobody will stop the approval from the management with reference to safety, because it is their plant and they have to see the business continuity of the plant under any circumstances. Whether it is anything, I want business continuity. I don't want any risk. This is the flashback arrestor. Okay. My next incident, like I told you, fast signifier, the flashback arrestor and the earth ride system. Next is the spark arrestor. Wherever there is a duct, so in the duct there are chances of spark going into the dust which has a calorific value, like short blasting machine or any machine, which I have seen personally that there are fires in the duct because you cannot see inside the duct what is happening, and the spark goes into it. Spark arrestor is a device, you can see on the right side. It's a small device which prevents the emission of flammable debris from combustion source. So whatever is the combustion spark, it will avoid going into the debris, the dust, the scrap, which has a calorific value, and that's why we call it a flammable debris. right? It will avoid going into the combustion source from the machine to this scrap to avoid fire. Very, very small equipment which can be installed in the duct, which will prevent the spark. Spark arrestor play a critical role in the prevention of fire and ignition of explosive atmosphere. So this yellow color instrument, this is a duct which is going. There is a flange. I open the flange, put this spark arrestor and close it with the flange, and then my operation is running. Duct is running, dust is going to the dust collector, but this spark arrestor will ensure that from this machine, no ignition source goes to my dust particles, which has been collected from the machine. So the spark arrestor will also prevent the fire if it is installed and maintained. Because we have to maintain, we have to see that preventive maintenance is being done or not, so that there is no accumulation of dust inside the spark. PM is preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance is done to avoid breakdown. So everybody must take care of prevention. Preventive maintenance. PM is a prevention of breakdown. Spark arrestor can be installed to avoid any fire into the dust. So this was my one equipment, like other equipments, flashback arrestors and the other system. And another is thermography. You must have heard now Maruti is insisting all their vendors to have thermography. Why thermography is required? Thermography is a non-destructive test method to detect overloading, poor connection, improper insulation, or other potential problem in energized electrical components. Thermography will do, this is a panel where wires are there, and if there is a overloading in the wire, you cannot see with the naked eye. There is a poor connection, improper insulation, you cannot see anything here. But with thermography, it will show a different color in the wire where there is a overloading. Right? So this thermography camera will definitely tell you by checking at each distribution board, each panel. There are agencies who does this thermography, you can find out. But thermography will take care of any type of overloading which may lead to fire, poor connection because of spark, improper insulation, or any other potential problem in the energized electric circuit. It is proactive tool to avoid equipment failure resulting into unscheduled service interruption, equipment damage, or other problems. It helps in detecting high resistance connection and taking countermeasures proactively to reduce breakdown. High resistance connection means it will detect if there is resistance failure or high resistance where current is drawing more than the required capacity, because each wire has a current carrying capacity. Right? If the current carrying is more, it will get overheated. Because of overheated, the insulation gets burnt. With this insulation, it gets material and there is a fire in the panel, and slowly it spread to other area if it gets any flammable item or combustible item near the panel. So it will help in detecting the high resistance connections and taking countermeasures. It helps in energy conservation also, because I am not doing any overloading or improper insulation, and it will save electricity also, it will save my fire also, it will save spark also, it will save my any overcurrent running. Then after doing thermography, we have to do the balancing of the load, which is very simple. Or if there is poor connection, you have to do the reconnection. So this camera, wherever you will do the thermography, it will tell in that area. Each panel should be checked with thermography, not only one, each panel, whether it is HT or LT or DB, distribution board. Each DB, if you check, you will find out there is no overloading, no poor connection, no improper. Then there will be no different color will shown in the thermography. It will show like this. All the colors will be same. It means my thermography is okay. So my dear friends, these are some of the tools which can prevent fire. Right? In addition to this, if you want to know that there are something which you already know, already installed in the plant, smoke detector. It sends the smoke in case of fire and give you alarm. Right? But in case it is Sunday or C shift, alarm will go to the security gate. right? Now, security person should know what is to be done in case there is a fire. In case he does not know, or if there is only one person and he does not, he cannot, if he doesn't know how to douse the fire, then he cannot do. That will be covered in my last topic, how to prepare your ERT team for business continuity, emergency response team, who knows how to douse the fire. Smoke detector. Second is heat detector. This sends smoke and this will sense heat, a temperature, and then it will give you alarm. Third is the combined detector, which is SD plus HD. This detector will sense smoke as well as heat. Nowadays, people are not installing smoke or heat. They are installing combined detector, which is known as SD plus HD. Correct? I don't want two detectors, smoke separately. So when we have a combined detector, it will sense smoke or heat, whichever is there. Next is LEL detector. LEL means lower explosive limit. It is installed on any gas, right? What does it mean, LEL? Every gas has LEL and UEL, lower explosive limit and upper explosive limit. For example, if I take LPG, most of the company use LPG in pantry or canteen. So LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, has LEL at 1.8%. Until and unless LPG is present in the air, 1.8%, there will be no fire because LPG is very thin, right? And UEL is upper explosive limit. Upper explosive limit is 9.6 of LPG. If there is LPG more than 9.6, then also there will be no fire. Fire will take place between LEL and UEL. Correct? 1.8 to 9.6. This LEL detector will sense the LPG leakage and will give you the alarm before it reaches to LEL level. LEL is 1.8 till 1.8% leakage in the air available atmosphere. The LPG, there will be no fire because LPG is too thin to get the fire. So this LEL detector will give you alarm. Very, very effective, and it is mandatory or compulsory to be installed at each LPG usage point. Whether you use in the bank or cylinder or in the canteen or in the pantry, we should have the LEL detector. Now you will ask why LEL detector is not installed at house. We are using LPG. Everybody is using LPG. Because in the house LPG cylinder, domestic cylinder is different than industrial cylinder. In industries, we cannot use domestic cylinder. We can use only industrial cylinder. In domestic cylinder, one element is added in the LPG, which is known as methyl mercaptane, which will give you smell in case of leakage. Because every household cannot install LEL, so there is a mandatory that any LPG cylinder is filled for domestic, it will have a methyl mercaptane element added into the LPG, there will be smell. Whereas industrial LPG, there will be no smell. And LPG is colorless and smellless. If there is leakage, you will not come to know. Similarly, PNG, pipeline natural gas. Now, most of the company has pipeline natural gas by which they are running their DG set, paint shop, oven, incinerator, and many things. So, this LEL detector will use for any gas, whichever is flammable, whether it is LPG, PNG, or any other gas. If you install, it will give you proactively alarm and signal that there is a leakage and take care of that. You have to just close the valve so that leakage is detected, countermeasure is taken, and then you start the operation. So this is must for any gas of leakage. Next is my beam detector. Okay, beam detector is installed at one place in any warehouse, and there is a rays going. If this rays is detected, is interfere with any of the smoke or by the flame, then it will give you alarm. So there is a fire here and this smoke goes, it will interfere with the rays of the beam detector, it will give you alarm. Correct? And last is UV-IR. UV is ultraviolet infrared rays. This is also a detector, very, very fine detector. It is used in the paint shop because in paint shop, heat and smoke will come at a stage when already there is a heat. But I wanted to know in case ultraviolet rays, if something happens due to anything, spark, it will catch and will tell you that there is a system which will take care, it will give you alarm, UVIR sensor, and will give you, if there is an automatic system, then gas will dump. If it is manual, then you have to control. So all this system is a fire detection system. Smoke detector, heat detector, combined detector, LEL, beam, and UVIR sensor. So today in this session, I have told you about the FAST, I have told you about the signifier, I have told you about the earthlight system, the flashback arrestor, the spark arrestor, and the thermography, and the various type of detection system. Right now, you can note down if there you have any query and give it to CIA, or they can ask me. Can we have 10 minutes break before we start? Now it is 11:55, so we will start again at 12:05. Right, my dear friends? So please have break for 10 minutes and we join at 12:05, 5 minutes past 12. We will again start the next session. Thank you. हाँ जी, हाँ हाँ, अच्छा वो जाना है वॉशरूम के, कुछ नहीं ऐसा, तो ठीक है मैं बोल देता हूँ उनको अभी. Okay, we go further. My dear friends, this 10-minute break is given to ask any questions. If you have any question, you can ask. This is 5 minutes break, and then after your questions are asked or anything you have in mind, you ask it, and then I will go to my further topic, which is the potential fire hazards and segregation. So anybody can ask anything now.
Everyone, it is a break so that you can put your questions. Like just put the questions in the chat box and Mr. AK Agarwal will respond to it in a while. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we start our session. Now somebody had asked one question that
like-
at what stage LEL
Okay, sir.
will
There are
give
many-
alarm?
there are-
LEL will give alarm before 1.8%. Hello, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So LEL will give alarm before it reaches 1.8%. Minimum जो percentage चाहिए LEL में, it will give you alarm, right? Second, can you please explain for spark arrestor? Mr. Ashwin is asking. Now the spark arrestor, is installed inside a duct, like for example short blasting machine where you are cutting the dust and sending it to the dust collector. So dust collector, it sucks the dust from the machine and send it to outside the plant. In between there is a duct. So the purpose of spark arrestor is that if you have a spark arrestor, any spark of the machine will not go through duct to the scrap dust which is outside, which will get fire in case this spark is passed from the duct to the scrap. Spark arrestor will unlock it, will not allow any spark to go back to the dust. Any dust collector, anywhere you have, the dust has a calorific value and it has very high chances that if anything happens, it gets to the fire. So this will avoid the fire, right? So now any
Sir,
other questions, and so that we go to our next topic.
Hanji, sir, there's one more question. As you
Hello?
explained in LEL detector limit.
Can you hear now? Again, start.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay.
There's a question. As
So
you
LEL question was there. I have replied. Spark arrestor, I have replied.
LEL
Can you please
detector.
explain?
LEL
The
detector.
example is short blasting machines.
LEL.
LEL you have understood. What is LEL?
Okay. And there's one more question from Mr. Sai Krishna.
LEL is lower explosive limit for any gas. We can install it. Right? It is LPG is heavier, so we install it at about 1 to 2 feet height from the ground, not at the top for LPG.
Okay, Mr.
No, there is no other question.
Yes, yes, sir. Hello.
If there is any question, you please write in the chat box.
Sir, Mr. A.K. Agarwal, Himanshu this side.
No, I am not muted, Mr. Dipinder. I am not muted your voice. Please send us a fire video. Okay, I will see that if I can start some fire video. Now we go to our next topic. Okay. Third topic is my potential fire hazards and segregation. What are the potential fire hazards? Yes, Himanshu?
Sir, there's one more question from Sai Krishna.
Okay.
Yes, sir. The question is, hi, sir. We are from Dhama Lakshmi, Hyderabad. And my question is there any parameter of water for firefighting system?
Is there any parameter for?
Parameter of water for firefighting system. Mr. Sai Krishna has asked.
So I am coming to that topic in my next, after this. I will come to the fire extinguisher water type.
Okay, sir. Also, sir, like put your earphones as well, sir. पर मैं बोल रहा हूँ तो वो आपको सुनाई नहीं दे रहा शायद. अगर कुछ बोल रहा हूँ तो मैं आपको आवाज नहीं दे.
तो क्या चाहिए इसके लिए?
आप अपना कि एक बार अपना मैं आपको एक बार वॉइस टेस्ट कर लो. मैं आपको जैसे कुछ बोलता हूँ तो आपको सुनाई देगा. देखिए.
चलिए ठीक है. So my next topic is the potential fire hazards and segregation. What are the potential fire hazards? What are the areas where fire can be held? So one is fire prevention. Now we are talking what are the potential fires and what is the segregation, so that we don't fall into trap. We don't get any fire. So the segregation is to be done. And I have something which I have in mind. One is high speed diesel, which every plant is using because of DG. LPG is also used for the pantry. Most of the company who has paint shop, they use paint and thinner. Even if there is no paint shop, but thinner is being used. And fourth is the electrical hazards. There are many hazards other than this, but mainly HSD, LPG, paint, thinner, any chemical and electrical hazards, or there can be a class A if there is a chemical factory like paint factory who manufacture paints, they use class A chemicals, which is very fire hazards. So what these are the potential hazards. What is to the countermeasure for this? One is HSD. For HSD, I have already explained you the earth-ride system. If you install earth-ride system, there will be no fire in HSD tank, either loading, unloading or transfer. Every place you have the earth-ride system. Second is LPG. For LPG, if we have installed LEL detector, there will be no fire because LEL detector will give you alarm before it reaches to LEL level. Right? At each usage point, we should install the LEL detector. Each usage point, not one we are stored. Where we are using outlet is coming of LPS, there we should install LEL detector as well as storage. Third is the paint and thinner. So this is also more prone to fire hazards. What should we do for the thinner and for the paint? For paint and thinner, we have UV IR sensor and automatic dumping of CO2, which I will cover in the next session. Okay, so please remind me, that is known as CO2 dumping for the paint and thinner. Automatic CO2 dumping. I will cover that. And next is the electrical hazard. What should we do for the electrical hazards? We don't want any electrical hazard. Number one, thermography, we can do it. Second, due to electrical, one is fire, and second, I don't want any electrocution to anybody. Right? There is a current leakage and person gets electrocuted. That also we don't want. For this, we have a equipment known as ELCB. This is electrical safety equipment. This ELCB, what does it mean? Earth leakage circuit breaker. Right? Earth leakage circuit breaker, and RCCB is residual current circuit breaker. What it does, if there is a current leakage in the equipment, see, up to 100 milliampere current, even if you touch, it will not happen, because until unless it pass the current for 3 seconds, then only you will get some electrocuted. So what ELCB will do, if there is a current leakage up to 50 milliampere, at 50 milliampere, it will trip the system. It will not allow more than 50 milliampere leakage of current. It will trip the equipment, and there is a system by which this is known as test. You can test. If you press this button, it will trip the system. So we have ELCB for 100 milliampere. We have very sensitive 50 milliampere, and we have for 200 milliampere also. So if ELCB is installed at each distribution board, it will trip before anybody gets electrocution. There will be no electrocution because there will be no current leakage more than 50 milliampere which can pass through a human body. So this is also must that everybody should have either ELCB or RCC. This is earth leakage and this is residual current circuit breaker. As it will trip at 50 milliampere, this will trip between how much current is going and how much current is coming back. If there is a gap between going and coming, it means something is leaking. It will trip. RCCB is very sensitive than ELCB, so it has some nuisance value also. So we install RCCB where there is a very fine electronic equipment where I don't want any current leakage. There I install RCCB. So in the machine also it can be installed. All CNC machine you can install RCCB, and in each distribution board we can install ELCB. It is not very costly. It is like MCB. So MCB purpose is different. ELCB is different. MCB will trip at overload. MCB is for the equipment safety. ELCB is for the human safety. Right? So various type of hazards are there. You have to segregate it. You have to provide the fire prevention equipment so that there is no fire. So this was my third topic, which is known as the fire potential hazards and segregation. My fourth topic is, these are the electrical wire, because electrical wire means if there is a copper wire, it has more capacity loading. If it is aluminum, it will have less capacity and there can be a fire. So all these scenes are shown to you to explain you this. My fourth topic is fire protection system. Now, even after providing all those equipment, there are one thing which is act of God. You cannot do it, like COVID-19. You can't do anything. Everything is in place. Still plant is stopped. Right? There is an earthquake. There is a landslide. There is flood. So still there are chances that if something happens, then how to protect the fire if it happens. I cannot leave as it is. There are many fire protection systems which we must install. Only then you will get fire NOC if you have the adequate fire protection system. जिसमें फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर एंड फायर हाइड्रेंट सिस्टम एंड स्प्रिंकलर सिस्टम एवरीथिंग आई विल एक्सप्लेन. So first in the fire protection is easiest, which everybody knows, is the fire extinguisher. Which fire extinguisher used to be used for which type of fire? There are 5 type of fire. A is a solid, paper, wood, cloth, trash. This is a solid fire, A class fire. B is oil, paint and any liquid. Any liquid means petrol, diesel, paint, thinner, everything come in B class. C is a gas. Propane is a gas, natural gas, LPG, acetylene. So gas and electricity is also considered in C class fire. Because the fire extinguisher is same for gas as well as electricity, it is a C class fire. D is a combustible metal. Combustible metal is the metal alloy. ज्वलनशील पदार्थ like magnesium, potassium, those are D class fire. Molten metal, right? And last is K class fire, which is a cooking media, right? Vegetable oils of this type is a K class fire, and D is a combustible metal where there is a molding, where there is a casting plant. Molten metal is there because temperature of magnesium, potassium, etc. If molten metal fire is there, D class, we cannot put water into this. If you put water, it will further expand. So people should know what is D class fire, and there is a different fire extinguisher for D class fire. So coming back to A, B, C, D and K. A solid, B liquid, C gas. Right? Solid, liquid, gas and electricity. Now which are the fire extinguishers used for this? So if you see fire extinguisher, we have one is pressurized water. There is a fire extinguisher which contains water and it can be used only in the A class fire, not in B and C or D or K. Water can be used only in A class because it is paper, clothes, trash. What water will do? Water will reduce the temperature, and paper, minimum temperature to burn paper is X. It will reduce and the fire will be doused. So this is A class fire. So this pressurized water, everybody knows. It has a pressurized water which can be used. But most commonly used is the dry chemical powder DCP, and that too stored pressure type, not the cartridge type. Earlier it was cartridge type, and now we are using mostly stored pressure type. The difference between two, cartridge type, once you use, the whole powder will come out in one go. It will not stop in between. Here, whatever you press, it will come out, and rest it will be stored in the. This is the photo of the DCP, dry chemical powder stored pressure type, because there is a pressure gauge here, right? If pressure gauge needle is in green, it means it is pressurized. If the needle is in red, it means there is no pressure. Powder will not come out. So powder is not pressurized. There is a gas into this, right? And the gas is pressurized. Which is the gas? Is nitrogen. What is the pressure it has? It has about 14 to 15 kg per centimeter square. There is a pressure gauge. If the needle is on green, it is between 10 to 15, it is okay. Right? Chemical is MAP, powder. Monoammonium phosphate is a powder. Dry chemical powder का नाम जो है वो है MAP. And the gas is nitrogen. Discharge time 20 seconds, effective range 10 to 15, and it controls the fire by smothering method, that it will put powder on the flame so that fire does not have a contact with the air where it gets oxygen, and the fire, if it does not get air, fire will be consumed. Fire को जलने के लिए ऑक्सीजन चाहिए, which is in the air. If fire does not get any air, it will not get oxygen, and fire cannot take place without oxygen. For fire we have 3 elements. It is must, which is oxygen, fuel and spark. All 3 things are there in one go together, then only fire will be there. If one thing happens after other and then third, there will be no fire. So smothering method, dry chemical powder will store the DCP, monoammonium fibrate and nitrogen gas. You have to take out this lever, pull the pin, hold this hose, and then there are videos which shows this. And if these are the videos, I don't know whether it is operational or not. Now you can see. Can you see the videos here?
Yes, it can be seen. Yes, but it is lagging.
Even if you cannot hear the video, but you can see the operation. How he is using DCP to douse the fire. This is dry chemical powder, pressurized. Correct? So you got some sense of DCP, how it is used to control the fire, right? My last session after this will be how to train ERT, member, emergency response team, for business continuity. How the people will be trained to use that I will cover in the last topic. So third was my DCP powder, dry chemical powder, stored pressure type, which I have just now shown, and I have shown you the video how to use it. My next type is carbon dioxide, CO2, right? Where CO2 is used? CO2 can be used for my B class fire or C class fire. It is for the liquid, or it is for the gas, or it is for the electricity. Because the properties of CO2, it is very, very cold. Right? So CO2 gas, when it is there, it is put. Right? By putting more and more CO2, it creates the deficiency of oxygen and control the fire. So pressure of CO2 is 50 to 55 kg. It is very, very high than DCP. DCP has 15 kg, it has 50 kg. Gas CO2, discharge time 20 seconds, effective range is 3.8 feet, and it has no pressure gauge. Because the pressure is so high, I cannot hold the pressure gauge at this temperature. You have to see whether CO2 is there or not by weight, and it will control the fire by smothering method, and effectiveness will decrease if the temperature of the fire is going high. So it cannot be used in A class, it can be used for B class or C class. Whereas this extinguisher, here it is written somewhere, you will find ABC. This extinguisher can be used for A class fire, B class fire, or C class fire. ABC, I just now told you, these are the ABC: solid, liquid, and gas, and electricity. Mostly three are used in ABC. This is used in a very, very rare industry, which are the casting plant or forging plant where molten metal is being. Right? I will tell you for that also. So this is a video for the CO2. Just have a look on this, how to do that CO2 cylinder. So you, how is opening the wall? CO2 is coming. Right? Is very, very highly pressurized and very cold in nature. So you have to hold from the handle only. You cannot hold anywhere else. So my dear friends, you must notice that in DCP there is a pressure gauge, right? In CO2 no pressure gauge, and this hose is of the same diameter throughout, right? If I have to find out whether this extinguisher is CO2 or DCP, one is the hose diameter and pressure gauge, and if you see CO2, there is no pressure gauge and this diameter is increasing. This is known as horn. Here diameter is less, here it is more. In CO2, you will get the more diameter because the pressure is so high. I want to reduce the pressure when it comes down. Otherwise, if I keep the same diameter, the pressure is so high, it will hit and reflect back, go somewhere else. That's why in every CO2 we will use the horn to reduce the pressure. So this video you have also seen. CO2 can be used for B or C class, and that DCP can be used for any type of small fire. Then DCP can be used. CO2 can also be used only when it is small fire. If you do at the initial stage, it can be controlled. Otherwise, the fire becomes big, you cannot control. Next is my mechanical foam. So mechanical foam, it contains three things, right? It contains a chemical known as AFFF, aqueous film forming foam, 0.5 kg. It contains water. This extinguisher has 8.5 liter water, a chemical, and third is to become foam, we need chemical, water and air. Then only foam will be there. In this, there is no air. That is why no foam. It has only chemical and water. When you operate this foam, in the nozzle, there is a venturi. When the water pressure is coming out, it will suck air, and air will mix with this chemical, and then it will become the foam. I will show you the video in the next slide. So this mechanical foam can be used for B class fire. B class is which fire? Liquid. But cannot be used for C class fire because C is electricity. In electricity, we cannot use water, and it has 8.5 liter water. Mechanical foam is very, very effective for B class fire. HSD, petrol, diesel, paint, thinner, everywhere it is used mechanical foam, which will put a layer on the fire and it will control the fire. I will show you in this slide how it can be. There is no pressure gauge in this. Chemical is this. 9 liters capacity is there. Effective range is this. And this 9 liter expansion ratio is so high that this 9 liter will become 7200 liter foam. From this 9 liter, I become 7200 liter foam when it add with the air. Right? So this is a video of the mechanical foam. अमित तो वीडियो आ रही है क्या स्क्रीन पे? विजिबल ना? आवाज नहीं आ रही होगी तो, पर वो मैसेज तो क्लियर आ रहा है ना, समझ? ठीक है. देखिए उसने पहले डीसीपी यूज किया था पाउडर, डीसीपी के बाद दोबारा फायर हो गई. डीसीपी इज नॉट फॉर बी क्लास, ड्राई केमिकल पाउडर डाला था, दोबारा फायर हो गया. अब फोम यूज किया इसने. दिस इज फोम एक्सटिंग्विशर विच इज यूजिंग. फोम डाल के बी क्लास की फायर को कंट्रोल किया जा रहा है. फोम का मतलब झाग, केमिकल की झाग है ये. फोम डालने के बाद दोबारा फायर लगाने की कोशिश की, नहीं लगी फायर, बिकॉज फोम की जो लेयर है उसके ऊपर दैट विल नॉट अलाउ द कंबशन टू टेक प्लेस. और जबकि डीसीपी पाउडर था सिर्फ, उसके बाद फायर होगी. तो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, मैंने आपको 3 फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर बताया, मैकेनिकल फोम, CO2 एंड डीसीपी. राइट? तो तीनों के तीनों फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर्स हर प्लांट में होते हैं, CO2, डीसीपी, फोम, और हर तीनों की एप्लीकेशन अलग अलग हैं. आप इसको A क्लास में यूज करेंगे, CO2 को C क्लास में यूज करेंगे और फोम को B क्लास में यूज करेंगे. पर इंसान को पता होना चाहिए हर एक को कि ये कौन सी फायर है. इसमें फायर की क्लासिफिकेशन पता होनी चाहिए. फिर कौन सा एक्सटिंग्विशर यूज करना है कौन सी फायर में, ये पता होना चाहिए. फिर एक्सटिंग्विशर कैसे यूज करना है, दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. राइट? मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल डू नॉट नो हाउ टू यूज द फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर. नाउ आई विल टेल यू हाउ टू यूज दिस फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर. तो फोम हो गया. नहीं, ये डी क्लास की जो फायर होती है, जो कंबस्शन मेटल, उसके लिए अलग से एक फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर आता है, दैट इज नोन एज TEC, टर्नरी यूटिटिक क्लोराइड. राइट? ओनली फॉर डी क्लास फायर. देखिए यहाँ सिंबल बना हुआ है डी का और इस पे डी लिखा हुआ है. यूज ऑन कंबस्टिबल मेटल, मैग्नीशियम, पोटेशियम, मोल्टन मेटल, एल्यूमिनियम एक्सेट्रा. राइट? तो डी क्लास की फायर के लिए अलग से TEC का एक्सटिंग्विशर आता है. ऐसे ही किचन की फायर के लिए के क्लास का एक्सटिंग्विशर आता है, विच इज आल्सो सेपरेट. तो I am not showing that K class and D class because generally we use the DCP, CO2 और मैकेनिकल फोम, राइट। नाउ DCP अगर एक्सटिंग्विशर है क्लास A में यूज कर सकते हैं, DCP B में, C में, पर CO2 we cannot use in class A, we can use B and C. Foam extinguisher we cannot use in C class, we can use in B class. Water can be used in A class, TC can be used in D class, and wet chemical extinguisher can be used in K class, right? This is the K class. So this was the table which everybody should know it, right? And now I go to how to use this fire extinguisher. Very easy. It is a pass principle. If you know pass principle and use it, apply it, fire extinguisher, then you are pass. If you don't use it properly, you will be failed. Pass means pull the pin. There is a locking pin. We have to first pull the pin. A, aim at the base of the flame. ये जो फ्लेम है, फ्लेम को नहीं बुझाना, हमने इसके बेस को बुझाना है. तो आपको होज पाइप निकाल के यू हैव टू एम and you have to hold in the direction of the combustion where it is taking place. S is squeeze the handle. ये हैंडल है, इसको स्क्वीज करना है, पर इस सीक्वेंस में ही करना है. आपको सीक्वेंस चेंज नहीं कर सकते. पहले पिन निकालना है, एम करना है, एंड देन स्क्वीज, एंड फोर्थ एस इज स्वीप फ्रॉम साइड टू साइड. आपने इसको साइड टू साइड स्वीप करना. दिस इज द पास प्रिंसिपल ऑफ फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर. Everybody must know how to use it. Until they try, they use it, they will not be able to use it in case of fire. So your ERT team must be trained how to use this fire extinguisher and fire hydrant. So how to operate fire extinguisher? Pass principle. And fire emergency response is race. You will see in most of the places now in malls and other places. R means rescue. You have to rescue the people. A is alarm. C is contain, and E is extinguish. Right? First, you rescue the people who cannot walk. Alarm by activating any MCP, manual call point. Contain, you have to contain the fire and close the doors of the windows. Because why close? I don't want fresh air to come in. Then only you have to close everything, and E is extinguish. Use fire extinguisher to control the fire. So two principles, if you remember, pass and the race in case of fire. Right? Now my next thing is, what are the do's and don'ts in case of emergency? Pick up the nearest fire extinguisher and fight. Keep telephones line free. Inform fire safety department. Assist external aid agencies. Clearly listen and follow the instructions. Right? And help firefighting team to do so. Inform your authority. What is not to be done? Don't create panic. Don't spread rumor, जो कि आजकल बहुत कर रहे हैं लोग. Clearly follow instructions and don't stay back, collect your belongings. Don't run fast march, don't rush with your vehicles, and don't park your vehicle at wrong place. Do's and don'ts should be done to avoid any catastrophic effect after the fire, because fire के बाद अंधेरा हो गया, बिजली बंद हो गई, रात को हो गई, लोगों को पता ही नहीं क्या करना है, स्लिप ट्रिप एंड फॉल हो गया. इसके लिए ERT टीम मॉक ड्रिल इज मस्ट. Second fire protection system is water based system. This is mandatory for every vendor to install the water based system. What is water based system? Is hydrant system, right? This is a hydrant system. Everywhere you will find the hose box, the hydrant point, it will be hose pipe, and this is a fire hydrant system where you have pump and water and capacity. The other is sprinkler, third is spray, and fourth is foam. Foam can also be automatic. Now what is hydrant system? Suction pipe, delivery pipe, hose pipe, right? So there in the hose box, this hose box, you will have two white color delivery hose pipe. Each has 15 meter length. So total you have 30 meter, and this point you will get every after 30 meter in the plant. As per NBC guideline, hose box and hydrant point has to be installed after every 30 meter. Correct? So these are the couplings. Here you have a coupling. This is one coupling. This is second coupling. This is known as female. This is male. So hose pipe should be rolled in this direction only. This coupling should be inside. This should be outside. Which is inside? Female coupling, and this is male coupling. What type of branches are there? In the hose box, you have two hose pipe and one branch. This is branch. So branch का मतलब short branch, curtain branch, zero break pressure branch, foam branch, triple purpose branch, and the revolving branch. right? Depending on the usage, whatever is used, the fireman knows which branch to be attached and where is to be stored. Next is the fire is successfully sprinkler system. Sprinkler is an automatic water sprinkler. It has a pitch of 5 meter, and this sprinkler, it will give the water light in this shape. Right? This distance is from here to here 3 meter, and this is overlapping period. Next is 5 meter a second sprinkler, and this is a third, and so on. So that no area is left unattended without water in case there is a fire. I'll show you video how the sprinkler works. Water sprinkler. It is mandatory in the basement for the base, and anywhere wherever you are storing any material or the height is mezzanine is there, we must have a water sprinkler. This is the video of the water sprinkler. Just see that. So this is a sprinkler, right? वाटर शुड कम इन द मिस्ट. फायर हाइड्रेंट लाइन जो है वहीं से टैपिंग लेके वाटर है. The sprinkler will work at 68 degree centigrade. 68 degree. When the temperature reaches here 68, it will work here. It will automatically come. If there is nobody, no person is required here to douse the fire. So wherever fire takes place in the meeting room, let's say here this place, this water extinguisher, this sprinkler will work. As soon as the temperature goes and reaches here 68, it will on. How it is on, I have shown you there. So have you understood how the sprinkler works? Just see again the involute of the sprinkler and why we need overlapping. These are the sprinklers. So, right? ये सारे स्प्रिंकलर्स हैं. एक स्प्रिंकलर को इन्होंने हीट देके ऑन किया है दिखाने के लिए कि उसका इन्वल्यूट, ये देखिए, ये इन्वल्यूट है जो कि मैंने पिछली में आपको दिखाया था. तो जहां पे फायर हुई है वही वाला स्प्रिंकलर सिर्फ एक्टिवेट होगा, नॉट ऑल, ओनली वन स्प्रिंकलर. करेक्ट. इसमें खासियत क्या है कि एक तो 68 पे काम करेगा और दूसरा इट विल नॉट स्टॉप ऑटोमेटिकली, बिकॉज स्प्रिंकलर को नहीं पता फायर कंट्रोल होगी कि नहीं. जब भी स्प्रिंकलर चलेगा तो एक अलार्म बजाएगा फायर पंप हाउस में. somebody has to go where the sprinkler is working. He has to ensure fire is controlled and he has to manually switch off the pump. राइट. जब तक आप पंप ऑफ नहीं करेंगे ये चलता रहेगा फायर. तो स्प्रिंकलर हो गया. नाउ देयर इज ऑटोमेटिक DCP flooding system which is installed in some panel on the top, which also acts at 68 degree temperature, and there is a DCP powder, dry chemical, fixed pipeline suppression system, self-contained unit designed by factory trained personnel. It consists pressure vessel constructed by ASME standard, nitrogen cylinder, automatic injection drive, and electric pneumatic manual. There is no electrical line, no air line, nothing is required. It senses the temperature and the powder comes automatic. Automatic DCP flooding system, standalone. This can also be installed where you don't have the provision for sprinkler. You can install this. Right. Next is my gas-based system. So somebody asked me the gas. There is a paint and thinner. So what should we do on my paint shop and thinner? Automatic, because we don't have a standby paint shop. If thinner is A-class chemical, thinner gets fire very quickly. Right? During static transfer also it gets fire. So this is something like CO2 cylinder which is kept. Right? All the cylinders are connected with this header. Right? And this header will go inside the paint shop where we want to control the fire. Cylinders are kept outside the paint shop. How this works? There is a UV-IR sensor which I told you in the paint shop. Right? It is installed at each chamber, top coat, base coat, primer, kitchen, everywhere. As soon as the sensor activates, there is a nitrogen cylinder which activates. As soon as the nitrogen cylinder activates, it will activate all the cylinders. Right? First, siren will activate, the sensor will activate UV-IR. It will give you alarm so that if there is anybody inside the paint shop, he has to come out. And after 20 seconds, this CO2 cylinder will automatically dump inside the paint shop, all CO2. The quantity of the CO2 is decided based on the volume of the paint shop area. How much is the top coat, how much is base coat area, how much is the paint kitchen. So with this suppression system, either you can have CO2 in this, right, for paint shop, or other thing is FM200, which is used for your server room, which is a costly gas, because in server room the more effective gas is CO2, which is not required by electronic circuit. So this is friendly, both is okay, FM200 as well as CO2, low pressure, low global warming potential, and a short atmospheric lifetime. Right, particularly useful when the environment is agent essential, and as soon as it is done, then all the cylinder will be dumped to control the fire in all the zones of the paint shop or server room. This is also mandatory to provide for any paint shop or any server room. For server room, we have only 1 or 2 cylinders, not so much, because server room is small. So FM200 or Novec 200 or Halon. But paint shop we use CO2 or foam, anyone. Now my last topic is, my dear friends, developing ERT, which is very important for business continuity plan. Having understood fire prevention and fire protection, if we don't have ERT, we cannot douse the fire. We have everything available, but we don't know how to use it and what is the right method to use it. If we do wrong method, it is further spoil the person or the equipment. Because fire hydrant is very, very precise job which has a pressure. What ERT will do? Why we should do mock drills? So that ERT people are trained or not. Right? We do this ERT training to the people for effectiveness. So mock drill will be a method of practicing how building will be practiced. All the people are standing here in the line, in the queue, so that I can head count and see there is, and these people are doing the fire extinguisher. Now I will tell you what ERT member should know. This ERT member in red color is a LCS member who is giving training to this member, because he is not holding the fire extinguisher the right method. This is the right method of holding the fire extinguisher. Correct? How to hold, what distance, which direction, which fire, which one to do, how to operate, everything will be trained by each and every participant should know, ERT member, how to use this fire extinguisher. Right? So this is one practical which must be done by each member of ERT. ERT is emergency response team. Right? Every company must have ERT teams or QRT, quick response team. Right? About 15% of your total strength should be trained for ERT. As per Secretary Act, 15%, 15%. If your total strength is 200, 30 people should be trained for ERT. Who knows how to run the fire extinguisher, who knows how to douse the fire, which extinguisher to be used. This person is giving training to all these participants how to use this on the live fire. People should know how to use the hydrant, because the pressure is so high. If you don't know how to hold it properly, it will damage you and you can't operate it. If you don't know how to use CO2 cylinder, there will be so much noise, people will run away in case of fire. If you don't hold it properly, it will damage you. Similarly, if you don't hold the branch, it will spoil you. So 3 persons are required for hydrant, 2 persons here and 1 for opening a valve. So this LCS member is giving training to all the people of how to use this branch and doing the firefighting. So ERT member must know how to use fire extinguisher, how to use fire hydrant, how to do rescue techniques. Each and every member should know these things to get this training. So this was my message today of all the 5 topics if you see here. And safety first, safe way is the best way. And now I will request that everybody, if you want to ask any question later on also, you can ask me. This is my email ID and phone number. So you can note down my phone number and email ID. If anybody has any questions on fire prevention or fire protection, either you go through CII or directly, whatever you feel convenient, you can ask. Right? I open to question answer session because it is 12:40. We have 20 minutes before I close it. So LDL I have explained you, alarm system I have explained you, and video I have shown you, spark arrestor I have explained you, right? Anybody has any question, you can either ask me, you can write it, you can ask to CII. Any question, please? In later on, if you have any query, you can ask to CII. No issue. Anybody can ask anything, because more and more information you know, then only you can take proactive measures after you go back to your plant. So the idea of this web seminar in this COVID-19, we have given into our session 11 to 1. We try to give you as much information we have on the fire prevention as well as on the fire protection. Our topic was the fire risk management for business continuity.
Hello, Mr. Jyoti Sharma. Hello.
So we have any more questions, please?
Sir, Mr. Jyoti Sharma.
बात करो.
Mr. Jyoti Sharma. Mr. Jyoti Sharma, hello.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Patinder. Patinder, anything?
Sir, Himanshu.
Hi, Himanshu. Yes, Himanshu. Yes, Himanshu.
Yes, sir. Actually, there's a question. Can we use electrolyte in diesel unloading gravity?
No, earthright will not work in gravity because there is no pump. No electrical pump is required for gravity. So earthright will not help. Right?
Electrolyte will not help.
Earthright system. Earthright, see, when you unload to underground tank, it will not help. But from underground, you have to send to the plant or DG by pump. Then it will help. From underground, you have to take to overhead tank or to the plant to anywhere. Then earthright will help. But while unloading from tanker to underground tank, no pump is required, so earthright will not help, because earthright will ensure continuity and will ensure pump will start only when it is okay. But since there is no pump.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Next question is, what type of fire prevention equipment required for cosmetic manufacturing plant?
Cosmetic. So which hazardous chemical they are using in cosmetic?
Abhijit Dalvi, Mr. Abhijit Dalvi has asked. Wait, sir, let me just put him on call.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Abhijit Dalvi from Diraj Enterprise. Hello. Yes, sir.
Yeah. They are all herbal products. Yeah. Nothing but for the prevention, what types of prevention we can take?
If you don't have any flammable item in the plant, if there is no flammable item like liquid, HSD, petrol, thinner, gas, LPG, CNG, then there is no source of fire. You have only A class fire only.
Okay.
Okay, so A-class fire, you have DCP, dry chemical powder, fire extinguishers are there. You can install it,
Okay.
and you can use CO2 in case there is a fire in electrical panel only.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Right.
you.
Right. Yes, Himanshu.
Yes, sir. Wait, sir. Mr. Mithilesh has. Wait, sir. Where is Mithilesh?
Mithilesh from?
Yes, Mr. Mithilesh.
हाँ
Hello,
सर, आवाज़ आ रही है मेरी?
Yes, sir. आ
आवाज़
रही
आ
है।
रही है मेरी?
बताइए, आइए, बताइए सर।
हाँ हाँ सर, मेरा ये क्वेश्चन है कि आपने 6 टाइप ऑफ डिटेक्टर बताया, तो इसके डिस्टेंस क्या होंगे और इसे लगाने कहाँ पर होंगे? जैसे हम
Yes.
ऑयल और गैस में। जी।
जो स्मोक डिटेक्टर, हीट डिटेक्टर और कंबाइंड डिटेक्टर तो रूफ पे लगते हैं, सीलिंग में, राइट, ऑफिस में।
ठीक है, सीलिंग में। और
सीलिंग में जो
एलईएल
मीटिंग रूम है, बोर्ड रूम है, वहाँ पे लगते हैं, जहाँ पे भी ऑफिस है, राइट।
और सर एलईएल डिटेक्टर जो गैस
एलईएल
और
डिटेक्टर जहाँ पे एलपीजी स्टोरेज है, वहाँ पे
ओके
2 फीट हाइट तक लगेगा फ्लोर से। जो चारों तरफ आप वायर मेश करते हैं तो 1 to 2 फीट हाइट पे लगेगा, क्योंकि एलपीजी हैवी है और नीचे ही रहेगी, ऊपर नहीं जाएगी। हवा से 1.5 टाइम हैवी है एलपीजी।
ठीक है,
जहाँ
2
एलपीजी
फीट
स्टोर करती है और जहाँ यूसेज है, वहाँ
जी
पे
जी
लगाते हैं एलईएल डिटेक्टर, अप टू 2
ओके
फीट
सर,
हाइट फ्रॉम
ओके
ग्राउंड।
सर, ओके सर।
हाँ जी।
Yes, Miss Jyoti Sharma. Miss Jyoti Sharma. Hello. Miss Jyoti Sharma. Miss Jyoti Sharma.
Jyoti Sharma from which company?
Mr. Jyoti Sharma asked, do you have any video related to fireball?
Hello, Jyoti.
Yeah, she's asking what about fireball? How it works?
Firewall has come a new technology, but the usage is very, very restricted of the firewall. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. It is used in a panel. On the top of the panel, electrical panel, on the top we keep the firewall, or inside the panel we can install the firewall. But the certificate is not showing that much consistency as the fire extinguisher or the detector or the automatic suppression system. It is not so reliable firewall.
Okay. Mr. Sai Krishna. Mr. Sai Krishna. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Sai Krishna.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Sai Krishna, you know,
Yes, sir,
we
Mr. Sai
Agarwal, we have
Krishna.
done the audit at Sai
Ask your
Krishna.
question.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन के कुछ पैरामीटर्स है सर फायर फाइटिंग सिस्टम्स के लिए।
What is the question?
वाटर पैरामीटर है सर कुछ?
Parameter for
बिकॉज अभी मेटल पाइप्स है ना सर, अगर स्पेसिफिक पैरामीटर्स मेंटेन नहीं करे तो मेटल पाइप्स कुछ डैमेज होता है क्या सर? वही मेरा डाउट।
नहीं, देखिए अगर पैरामीटर मेंटेन नहीं है तो
मेरा
शायद होगा कि वो मेटल की टेम्परेचर के ऊपर है ना, उसका फ्लैश पॉइंट कितना है।
नहीं सर, मेरा क्वेश्चन क्या है, अभी हम लोग फायर स्प्रिंकलर सिस्टम्स यूज कर रहे हैं ना सर, ओएम वो पाइप से सर, पाइप मेटल पाइप है ना सर, अगर कुछ पैरामीटर्स कम हुआ है तो मेटल पाइप डैमेज होता है, ऐसा कुछ है सर?
वाटर स्प्रिंकलर के जो मेटल पाइप है,
हाँ सर।
नहीं वो डैमेज नहीं होगा, बिकॉज वो क्लास 3 होता है। जो फायर हाइड्रेंट का पाइप है वही सेम पाइप स्प्रिंकलर में यूज होता है।
यस सर।
So it will not damage, only diameter is different.
We are using here fire balls sir, it's okay or we are shipped that fire DCP? आप
देखिए
बता देना सर, वो एक DCP स्प्रिंकलर डाई केमिकल फ्लूइड। हाँ
मैं बिना चेक किए तो नहीं बता सकता, बट स्प्रिंकलर के जो पाइप हैं इट विल नॉट डैमेज।
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर। सर अभी आप बताया सर ये पूरा सिस्टम, हाउ कैन वी बाई ऐसा खरीद कर सकते हैं सर।
आप मुझे ईमेल कर दीजिए, मैं आपको जवाब भेज देता हूँ।
ओके सर।
टाइप करिए ना, मैंने आपको
और
मेल करिए ना।
अगर कुछ क्वेश्चन है तो बता दीजिए।
Okay, Mr. Thank you, Sai Krishna ji. I guess you can connect with Mr. A.K. Agarwal on the phone number given on the screen. We have one more question, sir. Wait, sir. Hello, Mr. A.K. Agarwal.
Yes, sir.
Wait, sir. Wait. Just I have we have one more question.
हाँ, yes, yes. अभी 12:50 है, we have time.
Yes. What types of wait, sir. What types of fire prevention equipment required for okay, this has happened. Okay, do you have any video data files on my okay, sir, everything is clear now. Everything
Okay.
okay. So if any one of you have any question, you can contact Mr. A.K. Agarwal from LCS India on the mobile number given on the screen and email ID given on the screen if you have any question regarding this webinar. And also tomorrow we are having a webinar on cellular manufacturing. So if any one of you is interested in participating, please let me know. I'm sharing the screen with you right now. It is tomorrow. It's a web-based masterclass on cellular manufacturing, productivity improvement tool. If you want to attend, please let me know.
इसमें फिगर फोटो भी आ रही थी स्क्रीन पे, मेरी फोटो नहीं आई ना कहीं पे भी, मतलब पीपीटी क्लियर थी और फोन नंबर ईमेल आईडी सब ये सब लास्ट है ना, और वीडियो भी दिखाई बीच में बोल। तो मैं अभी करता हूँ, खत्म होने के बाद बात करता हूँ। ओके।
Thank you, everyone.
Hello. So, Mr. Himanshu, can we close?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can close.
Okay. So I am closing it now. Okay. Thank you.